We shall see, of course. Shall see once we click the button. Boom. Button clicked. Okay, decent options here. There is a 3 elite path. 3 elite path, which I actually do not mind at all. Huh. A little weird, though. Compromises everywhere. I just really have not been able to get, like, the nice Act 1 pathing that I would like. Okay, choose a rare card, I think is... Oh, thanks for the sub there, Disc Buddy. Appreciate it. Sup, Pork? Watcher streak still going, yes. So yeah, we have choose a rare, which I don't think is ever good. I was actually thinking the other day, so I'm kind of like writing up I don't know, a post, a summary, a paper. I don't know how you want to. I'm doing a write up basically of like how I play the Watcher and like the general idea of my philosophy behind the character, and one of the things that I mean, I think the logical place to start is where you start every run, which is on this screen, right? And I was sort of doing this analysis of every single meow bonus. My birthday was awesome. I was doing an analysis of all the meow bonuses, and I was talking about like which ones I think are worse than swap. And I was saying how, like, okay, well, it's totally possible to get to this screen, look at these 3 options, and say they're all just objectively worse than swap, and then just swap immediately, because it's the only thing there. What's up, Kuro? It's totally possible, right? So... transform and obtain a random common relic, I do believe are better than swap. And I would click either of these over swap. I do think transform is better. I think transform is the best. Mainly because transform is like defends are so bad that like the number of cards that you can transform to that is actually worse than a defend is very, very small. Right? What's up, Terry? How's it going? Rare card can be lesson learned? Yeah. So 6 max for choose a rare is probably the only circumstance under which I would accept choosing a rare. Because 6 max I consider to be essentially free. Let's look at the boss, by the way. Boss is slime. Okay, so free boss at least. That's pretty nice. Yeah, free boss is good. Definitely like free boss. And we'll talk about pathing in a minute here. But yeah, 6 max for choose a rare is pretty much the only circumstance where I would consider choosing a rare. But essentially what it boils down to is that there are very, very few Watcher rares that are actually good on floor 1. What's up, Byron? So yeah, obtaining a random common relic is quite solid because there are a lot of common relics that do very well on Watcher. Obviously, Preserved Insect is really good for the early game, and just in general is a great relic. Penib is really good, Nunchaku is really good, Vajra is really good, Happy Flower is really good. And just like getting one relic further into the pool is also quite nice, right? Free boss silently cries in a corner. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I would agree with that. Yeah. But I just think that Transform a card, not only is it almost always good, but it has insane high roll potential, right? High roll potential beyond your wildest dreams from this, right? Because if it hits, like, any of the insanely good cards, of which there are many, like, if we look at the tier list, right? If we look at the tier list, right? In the top two, right? Let's exclude Eruption and Vigilance, but there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 17 out of 70 of those cards, I think it's 70 cards, roughly. Like, might be one more or something like that. But, like, okay, 17 out of 70 of those cards are, like, in the top two tiers of that list, right? And hitting any one of those is, like, pretty ridiculous, right? And then, like, the whole point is that even in the lower tier, the basically never tier, right? You just have a ton of stuff that's way better than defend, right? It's really hard to find cards on Watcher that are actually worse than defend. So, yeah, I like transform. So remove a card, I think, is like one of the stronger options. Just like remove one. Obviously, remove two is better, right? Right. But transform can actually be straight up, like, strictly far better than remove if you transform into something good, right? So, I think it's transform, and then we decide about the pathing. I don't think that there's really anything about the pathing that would point us to one bonus or another. Like, yeah, there's nothing really here that's like, oh yeah, I really want, one of these bonuses, right? We do have, like, potential 3 elite path, which we probably want, but yeah, we'll talk about it. Because, like, we probably want to go to this early shop, I think, which is weird because we're forced into an elite, and then if we can't go and take this elite after this elite, we have to go to this shop again, which is kind of strange. And the probability that we have... Well, actually, no. The probability that we have 75 gold while, like, going here is not insane, right? Like, this is 45, and then this is 30. So, yeah, that's 75. On average, we have 75 just from the 3 hallways in here. So, like, we only have to high roll by 1 gold in order to be able to afford a remove here. And that's also assuming that there's no gold in either of these nodes, which, like, if either one of them is a combat, certainly. And then there's also gold events, right? 71 transformable. Okay, so 17 out of 71, right? Is 23.9 or 24%. So you have a 24% chance to get something that's, like, very good when you hit this button. And even the stuff, again, even the stuff that's not, like, that good is still good, right? Still way better than defend. So yeah, let's do this. That's way better than defend. Genuinely. Like, not bad at all. Really not. Really, really not. Yeah, definitely don't mind a Deus Ex at all. Makes, like, every draw card super... I mean, not that we are skipping draw cards anyway, but, like, it makes them better. Makes, like, Cut-Through Fate way better. It makes the... Like, it gives us potential to pick up a lot of cards that we might normally not think of as pickable. And it gets out of the deck, right? So, yeah. Like, great. Super happy with that. Okay, so, and with that, I feel probably a lot more comfortable, actually, going to the first elite without having the eruption upgrade, right? Because we know that we have way more energy in the deck than normal, right? The question is, do we want to go to the shop? I think the answer is yes. I think we're pretty, like, with that, we should be fairly strong. And the idea would be, okay, we can come up here. We, like, pretty much probably never die to this elite. As long as we see, like, anything decent here. And then we don't even necessarily, like, if we absolutely have to rest here, it's not even the worst thing ever. Because, like, again, we have the energy now in the base deck, so we don't necessarily need the eruption upgrade as much. There is technically, like, this 3 elites with the spicy elite, but I think that that's, like, completely off the table. We should really be trying to take the 3 elites here. This is like by far the most lucrative path if we can get it to pay off here. Or even going this way, potentially. But I like the upgrade here, which is why I'd rather go this way. But we'll see. We'll see. I do think that going to the early shop just for the removal / the ability to buy either Rushdown or, you know, like a really solid attack card. Like, if removing is the only thing that we do here, we're still really happy, is the idea, right? So, yeah. 24 is actually a big number, indeed. Indeed. Alright, so yeah, let's go. Probably should have actually thought about... miracling a strike there. Definitely not the ideal draw order in this fight. Inner piece. Okay. Empty Mind versus card remove. That's tough. That's tough. Probably just card remove, though, especially with the inner piece already added to the deck. And with the dupe potion already. I like actually playing the inner piece here because we have the Deus Ex in the deck. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Can we kill here? We can, right? No, we can't. We can't. And we can't kill here either? Are you kidding me, dude? Bro, this is so sad. Straw Order has been excessively cringe. Yeah, the tier list dupes a couple cards. So these are 9, so that's 27. So we're 1 damage off killing here, and we're also 1 damage off killing here. Actually, really brutal start here. Really brutal start. I'm wondering if these fights could have been played better. I don't know as though they could have. Wallop? Or maybe a Crush Joints here? Like, we definitely need to add some damage to the deck right now. If this is Sentries, we're not in a great spot. Probably Wallop, though. Wallop's much better than Crush Joints. Yeah, I'll just take Wallop. Okay, easy heal here. Heal is great. Probably means that we're going to be able to take the elites. None of those. These are definitely not doing what we want here. Yeah, Knob is still a little awkward, but with the duplication potion, we should be okay. We should be okay. And we have 60 HP as well, so, like, we're never dying, right? Laga also should be fine with the inner piece. Yeah. Yeah, I think we can pretty safely skip here. Okay, so we can open up now and deal... Yeah, if we do all the damage, make a streamer tier list. If we do all of the damage, then... But then the problem is if we don't redraw a calm card, which we only have 3 draws out of 10 cards. It's like 3 out of 10 and we have to hit 1 of 2. That's not great odds. So we'd pretty much have to play Vigilance here, because there's no way that we can afford to take 40, right? So we're basically talking about playing Eruption, Strike, and then this is why the Eruption upgrade is so good, by the way, right? Because it's literally dealing an extra 12 damage on this turn. But if we do like Eruption, Strike, Strike, and then Miracle Vigilance, that's a line, right? Or we could try to wait for next turn. Which, I mean, we do have the inner piece in the deck. We have 3 draws for, like, 1 Eruption, basically. If we don't hit Eruption next turn, it's pretty sad. Yeah, I mean, with the Deus Ex, we might as well just open now. We need to be able to guarantee that the damage gets down. Although the problem is next turn, we're not really blocking, right? Like, next turn, we are really not blocking at all. And that's kind of a problem. I mean, I guess we have chances to block in, right? There are chances. I mean, the question is kind of like, why are we miracling now? We can pretty much always miracle for the damage later, right? Yeah, we can basically always miracle for the damage later. Well, with 2 miracles in the deck, is that really true? We do have the inner piece, so maybe it is. And we also have Wallop, so it probably is. And Eruption's also unupgraded, so yeah, it's probably the case that we can miracle for the damage later. Okay, perfect. It's exactly the perfect turn here. Well, Yeah, we have to burn miracles, unfortunately. Unless, of course, we say that we want to stay in Wrath here, which we would only do if we had a possibility to kill next turn, which we don't, right? So... we could have duped the wall up there, I suppose. We might need to dupe next turn. So let's say we play, like, Vigilance Defend this turn. Next turn we play Eruption Strike Wallop, and that deals 27 plus 12, so 39? Yeah, that's just nowhere near enough, right? So we need to, like, Miracle the Strike as well. So we do 30, 33, 51... yeah, 51. So you're left on 22. Yeah, so we basically need to miracle, or we need to dupe the wallop next turn, or yeah, we need to dupe the wallop next turn. And that's pretty much the only line that gets us to the kill, unfortunately. But once we have the Eruption upgrade, the deck will be significantly better, and taking no damage in this fight is very, very, very important, right? And we're gonna get a Relic, right? So, yeah. Yeah. I mean... if we don't... so we're never miracling this turn, because we can always miracle and deal damage next turn, right? The problem is that if we don't dupe pot the wallop, right, where the Laga is at... we do 51, so the Laga's at 22, and realistically, there's just no way that we can actually deal 22 damage. Unless we draw perfectly, right? We basically have to draw perfectly in order to deal... well, actually, no. We only need to draw, like, Eruption or Wallop and a Strike. But there are definitely hands where we brick, right? Like... hold on. Maybe there aren't hands where we brick. Hold on. Let's think about this. What if we were to do, like, defend, strike instead? So that blocks for 3 less. We actually deal 6 damage this turn, though. So we would take 10. We deal 6 damage. You go to 67. If you go to 67 and we deal the... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 energy because we're exiting calm. So if you go to 67 and we deal this, again, it's 51 damage because this is 33 plus 18, so 51. So if you go to 67 and we deal 51, you're on 16. And the question is, all we need to do is draw 2 damage cards, any 2 damage cards, and we win the fight on the following turn. Unless we draw Eruption and Wallop, those are the only, like, that's the combination that kills us, basically. But then we can always dupe pot to get ourselves out of it, right? The question is, now... so now we never dupe pot, right? We never dupe pot. But now the question is, can we not deal this 6, right? So if we don't deal the 6... then you're on, instead of being on 16, you're on 22, which means we need to draw 3 damage cards. Yeah, so I think it's probably actually worth it to just double defend strike here. Take our 10 and preserve the dupe pot. Bag of Marbles is pretty good. These cards are complete trash. Yeah, complete trash. We are just under the threshold to be able to remove here, so we would never, ever consider going to this shop, especially when we need to grab the Eruption upgrade. So, must go here, must grab Eruption upgrade. We did not get a potion, which is a bit unfortunate, but saving the dupe pot, very, very important, I think. And yeah, I mean, there's nothing to do but go on. Okay, Knob is good, and this turn 1 is very good. Okay. Excellent Knob fight. Happy Flower is great. Talk to the Hand is amazing. Talk to the Hand, not so good if this is Sentries, but if it's Laga, it's very good, and just in general, it's very good. And if it's Sentries, we probably just eat a bunch of damage, and that's just how it's gonna be. Brilliance is also genuinely not that bad here. It's a lot of damage. It is a lot of damage. But probably, like, just not really what we're looking for. So yeah, good thing that we saved the potion there. Very good thing that we saved the potion against the Laga. The question is, would we... Well, I guess with that draw specifically, we would have had lethal. We would have had exact lethal if we had saved the 3 HP. But there were other draws where we would have had to use the dupe potion if we didn't play the strike. So I think it was still worth it to get the strike in play there. Have Marbles, Talk to the Hand is good. Well, you definitely don't need... If anything, Marbles makes Talk to the Hand slightly worse, but still very good. And then I do think we want this upgrade right here. Both Wallop and Talk to the Hand are pretty solid upgrades, so yeah. Juzu is honestly not that bad, for, like, my style of watcher. Just because, generally speaking, when you're going to events, you do want them to be events, rather than combats. But, it is against the key, and I think that, like, there aren't many relics that do less than Juzu, so, good evening to you as well. Yeah, there aren't many relics that do less, so, yeah. I think we're cool to grab the key here. Okay, it is Sentries. And they are healthy. You definitely need to play. So I'll let you in on a little secret for the Sentries fight. You absolutely have to play Eruption whenever you see it in this fight. It literally doesn't matter. Like we have to not only do we have to play Eruption, but we have to stay in Wrath. Those things are just mandatory. There's no thinking about it. It's just that's the way that it is. So, with all that being said, this is the hardest fight until Act 4. I mean, depending on what cards we get, potentially. So the play is pretty obvious. We have 5 energy, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 energy worth of stuff. So we probably are gonna play the Miracle here for the defend. We need to think about potential hands next turn. The worst possible hand is like defend, strike, strike, Ascender's Bane, Deus Ex. That's definitely the worst hand. Any hand with Wallop is very good. We need to go talk after Eruption, I think. I think the 5 damage matters here. This is 22, 31. So 31, which means 2 strikes exactly kills here. Which I quite like. Also helps us block. Wait, why was I... What am I smoking, dude? I have no idea. Okay, well this is actually pretty decent. As long as we don't get completely screwed next turn, we're gonna be fine here. This is a lot of real cards to be top decking, but they are the good ones. Oh wait, no, we're just killing. Okay. Never mind then. Alright, so we're pretty much guaranteed. The question is, do we take the exit here? And the answer is obviously yes, right? Yeah, we have to take the exit here. Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't have even killed even if... Unfortunately, very bad draw order. But honestly, not a terrible fight overall. We even get to get out with Happy Flower on 2. Toxic Egg is pretty good, and Mental Fortress is a little bit weird here, it has to be said. And the reason that Mental Fortress is weird here is we already have, like, 2 good block cards, and we don't really have any, like, staple big damage card. We also have no draw and no accelerators. So, and we only have, technically, like, 2 removes-ish. Toxic Egg is good. Toxic Egg is definitely good. And certainly allows for the possibility... nice potion, by the way. We've gone to... This effectively just isn't a potion. So we've gone to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fights and found 1 potion, effectively. Which is pretty unfortunate. We also find a non-card rare here, which is also pretty sucky. Like, going to 3 elites, and we found 2 rare cards, but neither of them are the good ones. I mean, if we take this is basically just, like, our block for the entire run is solved, right? We, like, with 1 Talk to the Hand, 1 Wallop, and 1 Mental Fortress, we really don't need any more block for the whole run. The problem becomes... we don't have the damage for Slime Boss, potentially, here. Like, Slime Boss actually legitimately becomes a serious threat if we cannot find a good damage card in these 2 card reward screens. Which is probably reason enough not to take this, if I'm being honest. We could actually think about a Flying Sleeves here. These are technically damage cards, but they're not good ones, although they will both be getting upgraded, so that is a significant boon. Yeah. I mean, right now, this isn't getting upgraded. Also, like, with a Wallop and a Talk to the Hand and all of our future skills being upgraded, I don't necessarily, like, feel that we need this. Yeah. Yeah. I think that this is a pass on Mental Fortress. We have enough defense for a very long time, right? Yeah, we have enough defense for a very long time. We really don't need to be thinking about block here. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm just thinking about, like, maybe this as a Slime Boss card. It does double proc Talk to the Hand, so it gets a little bit better, but it, like, barely does more damage than a Strike, right? The thing is that this guarantees that you can do some damage on the split turn, but, like, we'll probably see at least one more potion here, and, like, that potion most likely helps us in some way. And also the duplication potion is quite strong in the Slime Boss, theoretically, anyway. So yeah, let's not. Teva form is yellow and says energy on it. Yeah, not really. Not really. And also, we already have energy. Like, Deus Ex plus Deva form is theoretically a combo, but in order to get Deva form to pay off, you need to actually be able to draw cards, which we cannot really do, unfortunately, at the moment. Like, we haven't seen a Sanctity, we haven't seen an Empty Mind, we haven't seen a Rushdown, we haven't seen a Cut Through Fate. These are all the cards that you're really looking for, and we haven't seen them, right? So, yeah. Just not, Inner Peace draws. Yeah, there was Empty Mind in a shop. It's true. There was Empty Mind in a shop. But Empty Mind was not better than removal there. Certainly not. I mean, when I say we haven't seen the cards, I mean we haven't seen the cards in a situation where they're pickable, right? Like, you know, you could see, like, theoretically, I mean, let's just make up a scenario where you see, like, 5 Talk to the Hands in a run, but every single one of them is up against a better card. So you can say, like, we haven't really seen Talk to the Hand. But, you know, obviously if you're picking 5 cards that are better than Talk to the Hand, you're probably winning the run anyway. But yeah, let's not. I think even the worst hand is still fine next turn. Carve Reality is definitely what we're looking for here. This is the staple big damage card that we actually want right now. We have a lot of energy, so like Flurry of Blows gets significantly worse in my opinion, because we have not only is Inner Peace an energy generator, but we also have Happy Flower and Deus Ex Machina. So like it just gets a lot worse in basically every way. Not that Flurry is bad, and like maybe I take Flurry over Skip, but like Carve is just everything. Carve is everything that we need. Securing the Slime Boss, allowing us to have some really nice, good, you know, solid, reliable damage going into Act 2. And yeah, I mean, we haven't really taken, like, we've only really taken, you know, the deck has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and like with the Carve, or 9, I guess 9, 10, and like with the Carve, that's 11 real cards, but like, that's good, you know, that's a really good number to be coming out of Act 1 with and feeling like your deck is fairly strong. The later act of this month. Oh my goodness, that's a good one. That's a good one. Alright. Talk to the Hand, probably. I guess we're upgrading for... Well, if we find something here that we'd rather upgrade, then it's weird. Talk to the Hand's probably the upgrade. Wallop is also good. Carve Reality is also good. Inner Peace probably wants to happen eventually, but Talk is like the obvious one, right? It's not the best versus Slime Boss, but, like, we'll upgrade for Slime Boss, and we should be pretty good for Slime Boss anyway here. Okay, this is actually a pretty tame set of gremlins, all things considered. There's no fats, there's no shields. Yeah, no fats and no shields. Very good. It's a shame that this guy rolled 15. I think 15 is the maximum HP that he can roll. If he had rolled 13, it would have been very nice and clean here. But we're still gonna, like, easily full block this and get some good damage down on the wizard. So... we have a strike there, so we can wait for this. Essence of Steel is complete garbage. Don't tempt me with an Evaluate Plus, but it's probably better than Smoke Bomb, so sure. Oh man, so many upgraded skills are gonna tempt me here with this Toxic Egg. So many upgraded skills are gonna tempt me with the Toxic Egg, but... yeah, I mean, ultimately, like... the Deus Ex into Collect combo. Yeah, right. The combo. Sure. Sure. Yeah, Evaluate's just not good enough. I mean, we have, like, 2 block cards added to the deck already. And they're block cards that are way better than Evaluate, so... yeah, easy pass. Yeah. Wow. What a sad event. Maybe speed is better than Essence of Steel? It probably is, right? Like, yeah. I mean, with how fast fights go, speed's probably better than Essence of Steel, but just, like, barely. Imagine seeing 2 potions and they're just both complete crap. Feels bad, man. And then the upgrade, I think, is Wallop. If we were really scared about damage, we could upgrade Carve, but I think Wallop is better for Act 2. And with the Duplication Potion, I'm not really scared of the Slime Boss here. Although if we draw like this, certainly gets a little scarier. We could, like, dupe Inner Peace on this turn, but I don't think that that's going to be necessary. Yikes. Okay. We might need to dupe Carve Reality next turn. Especially since we're shuffling it out. Yeah, that's very bad. This might have to be dupe Carve. If we don't dupe Carve, how much damage are we dealing? We're dealing 48 plus 9, so 57, so that's a 50 split? Yeah, that's really bad. Yeah. Definitely with better draw order, this fight, we could have, you know, certainly thought about, it's just that I've been on a streak. Like, this is if I win this run, it'll be 14 wins in a row. So, streaks are fun. I think people enjoy streaks. I think streaks are, like, you know, I don't know. It's just enjoyable. It doesn't really mean that much in the grand scheme of things, but, like, it's just fun. And, like, ultimately, I'm just playing this game for fun. Because, yeah, I mean, I think, you know, when I'm having a good time, I think it's the most fun for everyone, right? Like, you know, just playing the game because you have fun playing the game, and this is how I'm enjoying playing the game right now. That's really all it comes down to. Yeah, so I do think we just need to dupe the Carve and get the heck out of here. Okay, so I think that taking the damage here is the correct play. We go here, here, and then go calm. It is possible to completely whiff on damage next turn. And I don't think Happy Flower setup is that important. Get out of here. Get a potion? No potion. No vault, no scrawl. Garbage cards. Conjure blade. No. Spirit shield is like almost a thing, but not actually. Not really. So the weird thing about this deck right now is that we only have the, like, we're just a little awkward right now. I would very much like to see a good boss relic here to feel good. Like, I think if we see a good boss relic, we're in a pretty good shape right now. And if we don't see a good boss relic, then we're... I mean, we're still not in an awful spot, but it's definitely awkward. It's definitely awkward, the position that we're in, if we don't find a good boss relic here. Pretend you took Days as the reward. I mean, I wouldn't. I straight up wouldn't. Like, I would not click on this, even if it was upgraded with Toxic Egg. Well, I mean, obviously, every deck would prefer to see good things instead of bad things, but that's not really the idea. It's a deck that maybe needs to see good things, right? Whereas, like, it's very possible to be in a position coming out of Act 1 as Watcher where you don't need to see good things. And that's certainly not the position that we're currently in. Yeah, you just don't take these. Interesting. This is a deck that can probably take Snecko. Like, Deus Ex is very good with Snecko. We have multiple exits. Wallop is a really good Snecko card. This deck is super... And we have also Happy Flower and Toxic Egg. Like, this is a super good Snecko. Like, legitimately very strong Snecko. And it's very, like, when you're playing Watcher, it's super easy to pivot out of, we would have swapped into Sacred Bark, by the way. It's super easy to just start playing, with Snecko, right? Like, it's, you know, especially when you have a good base like this. Come back, Spirit Shield. Yeah, I mean, we would be abandoning the Infinite. But it's like, you know, we only have Inner Peace. Inner Peace is like the only thing that actually is speaking for the Infinite right now. And we have, you know, yes, and now we would take Spirit Shield, right? But, like, we still have pretty good block consistency with Talk to the Hand and Wallop. And don't forget, Vigilance is a 2-cost card as well, right? So we have... You know, Deus Ex is a positive Snecko card, Vigilance is a positive Snecko card, Wallop is a positive Snecko card, Happy Flower speaks for Snecko, and, like, all of our skills being upgraded, I think, also speaks for Snecko. Also, I really like taking Snecko after Act... Like, basically, as Watcher, you're probably never going to take Snecko after Act 2. Like, by the time you're done with Act 2, you are most likely in a position where Snecko is not going to be anywhere near good for you. But after Act 1, it's like, okay, it's kind of legit. Coffee Dripper, like, energy just feels pretty irrelevant in this deck, and Sacred Bark is like a garbage relic, right? So I think it's like, I think you probably take Coffee Dripper over Skip, but like with no sustain and the potential for things to go very poorly here, I don't even necessarily trust the Coffee Dripper. Right, and like Snecko just makes so many things instantly winning, right? And it makes so many cards that are normally completely unpickable, like incredibly pickable. And like we would probably take Protect Plus with the Snecko and the Toxic Egg. Like this Snecko just wins, probably, right? That's the thing. The Snecko just wins. And that's, you know, why I would take it here. I'm not like hard committed to the infinite, you know? And that's the whole point, is that a lot of people see like the way that I'm playing the character and they mistake it for, oh, he's only playing for infinite because I go infinite so often, right? But that's not really what it is. What it is I'm just playing for consistency, and the infinite happens to happen a lot. It happens to be very consistent, right? But it's like, yeah, I think that, you know, with what we currently have, I think Snecko just makes a lot of sense, straight up. There's just a lot to like about the Snecko here. Yeah, we skipped Daviform in Act 1, which, I mean, I don't regret at all. Papa, thank you so much for the raid, brother man. Character. Papa, we're picking Snecko. I saw that you won on character. No, it's genuinely just straight up correct here, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it's just correct. As much as I hate to admit it, we don't have what it takes. Like, yeah, it's super cringe. It's super cringe, but it's just correct. Like, we have Toxic Egg, we have Wallop, not an infinite, yeah. Yeah, I mean, technically speaking, you can go infinite with Snecko with certain combinations of cards, but not really on Watcher. Prism Meteor, yeah. No, I mean, it's not completely out of the question. It's not completely out of the question to go infinite, but it's basically completely out of the question. But no, like I said, this is just a really good base for going infinite, or for taking Snecko. Gonna click on it. Champ. Okay, so unfortunately, the only way to get 3 elites in the act is to slam into an early spicy elite, which I am not a big fan of here. I think most likely what we're gonna want to do is go for no upgrades here, which is fine, because we have Toxic Egg and we don't have any, like, ultra high priority upgrades in the deck currently. But I think we're going to want to go here, 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 and then go for this elite, go for this shop, potentially also go for this shop. We'll see what's going on. Go for this elite. I think that's the plan. If we somehow get completely wrecked in these 3 hallways, we can always go here and rest, and then come up here. I just think that sending it into the Spicy Elite is not really advisable currently. Daviform now would make sense. Absolutely. Absolutely. No question about it. You 100% click Daviform when you have Snecko. That is... apps plus Toxic Egg. Oh, yeah. We're also probably clicking apps here. Yeah, we probably click apps here. With Toxic Egg. Very cringe draw order. Do we have lethal here? We can't, right? Not with these costs. There's no way. Yeah, there's no way with these costs, right? And it was 24, 36... 48. Oh, was it lethal? It might have been lethal. This character's dumb. Whatever. Cosmetic 6 damage. Who cares? Damage is completely cosmetic. Let's put Happy Flower on the good number. Okay, Simmering Fury. Green bait or actual thing? I mean, it's not like we really have a problem getting into Wrath, right? 59? 9 plus 12 plus 24 plus 14. Yeah. Not Tantrum. Yeah, I think we may get to the point where we're gonna want to take this, but not yet. Not yet. We don't need it right now. It's definitely not necessary. And Prey is really bad with Snecko because the insights. We might take a Worship, though. We might take a Worship. Oh, look, it's just another fight. Cool. Okay, so... Is there lethal on one of them here? This does 18... Thinking if we do, like, Vigilance, Eruption, that's 4 energy, gains us back 2. And then we do, like, Miracle, Talk to the Hand, Strike. That's gotta be a kill, right? Thanks for that follow, by the way, friend. Yeah, it overdraws with any miracles in hand. That was the other thing that I was thinking about. So if we do that, we're only blocking for, like... The problem is next turn we're not really doing that much. Like, let's say we were to do, like, Vigilance, Miracle, Defend here. Technically block for 13, take 9. Blocks for 11, so we'd be taking 11. So weird to see Thought. Yeah, I know. But that's the whole point, right? Is that, like, not every Watcher run do you get, like, the completely insane stuff right away. Like, it's been a very long time since I've gotten Remove 2 start. The problem is we don't kill next turn, right? Yeah, let's just do this stuff here. There's the Worship. So Worship gets us into Divinity, which obviously significantly increases our potential damage output. We do have to play it twice, which is, potentially detrimental. There's also Third Eye, which, does things. Actually, not really, right? If we draw it, so right now we have a 14-card deck, which means that we're drawing exactly our entire deck in 2 turns with Snecko, given that we have no draw, except for Inner Peace, which we're most likely not going to be using. 5 Omnis would be good in this deck. It's true. Worship does open up things for later, but okay, here's the idea with Third Eye. Third Eye only works when we draw it on turn 1. On turn 2, it's essentially useless. Now, that of course will change, because we're going to be adding more cards to the deck, but it is something to keep in mind, you know? Just a little something to be thinking about. We also do have Cut Through Fate here, and Cut Through Fate is, like, one of the very few 1-cost cards that's completely legit on Snecko. The Retain is kind of weird if we roll high-cost Worship. It's true. It's true. But the idea is that on a turn where you're not getting attacked, you get to play the Worship whenever you need it, right? The Retain is really important. Cannot imagine adding cards to a deck. I know. I know. But I mean, ultimately, like, you know, you gotta be able to imagine winning, right? And this double speed pot's super cringe. Third Eye would be a reason, like, double speed pot would be a reason to take Third Eye, potentially, here. How's our damage? Our damage, you know, Worship doesn't necessarily do a ton to accelerate the damage. I'm thinking about Slavers, I'm thinking about Book of Stabbing. I think Book of Stabbing should be relatively okay, as long as we don't take too many wounds early. We have, like, Wallop, Talk to the Hand. We have, like, Speed Potions to help block in, so we should be okay. I mean, Third Eye Plus is an absolute chonker of a card, right? Like Third Eye Plus is just good. It's just gotta be good, honestly. I mean, I could see just making this deck huge, you know? This deck got that huge vibe, you know? Yeah, damage is kind of meh. Worship certainly gives us a direction. Certainly gives us a direction. It's a 2-cost. It's a Snecko card, right? And we technically have the miracles to help get it going. I mean, Divinity is strong, right? Yeah, let's do, you know what? Let's do it. Divinity's strong and fun. I think it's good. Okay, so this is certainly a turn where we're going to be using a Speed Potion here. Yeah, and this is oftentimes what happens with Watcher and Snecko, is that you feel really awkward. Like, the turns don't feel that great, but you just kind of, like, destroy your opponents. Like, we're taking 1 damage to Snake Plant. Like, sure, we used a potion, but it's a garbage potion anyway, right? Like, you just kind of end up destroying. And that's basically what's happening here. We're gonna stall for Happy Flower now. And the whole point is that there are so many cards that are just, like, completely ridiculous for this deck, right? So the problem here is that Ideally, we don't upgrade at all. Fire Potion's quite nice, by the way. Yeah, especially rares. Yeah, but even the non-rares, like Meditate is completely insane. Like Another Worship would be ridiculous. Still, all the regular cards like Mental Fortress and like Vault and even probably Scrawl would potentially be pretty good here. Um, why not upgrade? Oh, because the path that we want to take doesn't have any upgrades on it. We have 330 gold, so we really want to go to a shop, and we also really want to take 2 elites. And the only way to go to a shop and take 2 elites is to do this path. So this is the path that we want to do, basically. And this path doesn't give us an upgrade until like much later, which is why I don't like it as much. I do think Third Eye has, a place here. It really like kind of pays for itself in a way in terms of the draw because Scry 5 is so nuts. And we still do have like quite a few number of strikes and defense in the deck, which are all complete garbage, right? Like the only cards that we actually want to be playing right now are Eruption, Wallop, Carve Reality, Worship. Like these are the cards that we actually want to play, right? So Third Eye genuinely helps us play those cards more often. So I do think that it is positive here. See, we just get to do this. And, like, that's awesome. Just, like, not drawing Defend and Strike next turn? Pog. See, so it feels awkward, but we're just owning, right? Like that's just how this works. Want to get Flower on a slightly better number. And yeah, we'll just get out of here. It's the Meditate card. Yeah, it's the Meditate card. F. F, indeed. These guys are absolute morons. They don't attack us on turn 1. Losers. Okay, Sands of Time is pretty insane in terms of rounding out our damage engine here, and it comes upgraded. Non-ethical. I really need to update my mods command. I don't use any of those mods anymore, actually. Actually, no, I do use relic stats. But yeah, I don't use any of the other mods. Yeah, I mean, Sands just does a lot of damage. It's a 4-cost card with Snecko that gets its cost reduced when you retain it, which is pretty nuts. It's just, like, really good damage. So, yeah, it's pretty much, like, the best damage that you can get with Snecko, to be honest. And Gamble Brew is nuts with Snecko, like, completely insane. Okay, so we definitely want to talk here. We could carve Miracle Smite. Or... This guy never attacks us next turn. We are kind of scared about getting Gremlin Leadered next turn. If we Meditate, then we have 4 retained, so we actually block our draw here. Yeah, sure. I'm a kill the Gremlin enjoyer, you know? And see, like, Third Eye is just performing like crazy here. Because we can just do Third Eye and just get all this garbage out. Which is awesome. Oh, whoops. Certainly we don't take Windmill Strike now that we have Sands of Time. Yeah, Molten Egg will upgrade future Wallops and talk to the hands, I guess. Duplication Potion is certainly better than Fire Potion. With the Gambler's Brew, like, ideally, honestly, we would take Dupot and Gambler's Brew into Act 4, and that probably wins us the run. If we Dupot talk to the hand, and, like, Gambler's Brew is good for bailout, probably just win the run. I don't know if I would take Sozu, but I might legitimately take Sozu. And just say, okay, we're taking these potions to the end. Okay, well, that's very nice that we're not getting attacked here, let's just say that. This worship has, like, steady been 3 cost, but... what are you gonna do? Taking 12 is fine. Okay, Crush Joints plus. That is a lot of damage, but we are starting to sort of get to a point where we're getting a little bit too far away from our, like, best stuff, which, like, right now, we really want to try to be able to wallop, like, every turn. Like, wallop is our best card, pretty much, like, by far. And we want to play Meditate as often as possible. And so, like, the more sort of, like, weird, cringy stuff that we add, like Crush Joints, the more difficult it actually becomes for us here. So, yeah, I want to take, like, you know, solid blocks right now. I really don't think that we actually need, like, you know... I just don't think we need the attack cards, really. We don't need damage, right? We have triple damage, Sands of Time. Like, we just don't need damage. Doesn't feel like we need damage anyway. Are we even removing strikes here? No, we have Talk to the Hand, so removing strikes over defense doesn't make a lot of sense, especially going into the champ, which is going to make us frail anyway. It is true. And Crush Joints, I mean, Crush Joints is very solid, right? Very, very solid. Hopefully we're gonna... I don't think we're going to 2 shops. Well, it'll depend on what's in here, right? If this shop is good, then we're not going to 2 shops. If this shop is bad, then yeah, we can go to 2 shops. Yeah, we fought a lot of fights here in Act 2. Not exactly ideal. Like, I definitely would like to go to more question marks, but it's just this path is the only path that really made any kind of sense, unfortunately. It is artifact strip for Talk to the Hand. That is true. You're not entirely wrong. We do have the miracles to trigger it. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like we might want to take it later. I don't know. And Power Pot, not better than our current potions. Holy. What? What is this? I mean, and then we can buy all of these? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. That's truly disgusting. And we can even remove, too. Dear Lord. Definitely no second shop. Yeah, no. But wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow. I mean, if you had asked me, like, what would be the perfect shop, I would probably have just, like, described that to you. I mean, it doesn't really get much better than that, to be honest. defend is worse than strike, for a variety of reasons. But like especially with double talk to the hand, strikes are way better than defends, right? Very solid relic. Very solid relic. Ah. This absolute buffoon is gonna spend a turn doing nothing. What a complete and total ridiculous person this snake is. Actually, just kidding. He's not gonna spend a turn doing nothing because we're just gonna kill him on turn 1. Isn't that fun? Half snail, half gecko, all stupid. Something like that, yes. Me RL, yeah. A lot of people in Rocket League think that my name is like me Rocket League, like me RL. Especially back when the me IRL subreddit, like a few years ago, the me IRL subreddit was like really popular. It's not as popular now, I feel. But like there was a time when me IRL was incredibly popular, and everybody was like, "Oh, you're just me RL. That's funny." But I've actually been using the name Merle since before Rocket League and before me IRL were a thing. So ooh, purple fire spirits, you say? Okay, we're probably just gonna get rid of the last defend here. We could give ourselves 10 max HP by giving up Deus Ex Machina, but I actually genuinely think that Deus Ex Machina is a good card here. So, yeah. Yeah. Ideally here we grab like one more I mean, I don't know. There's just so many cards that make this deck like go from already completely bonkers to even more bonkers. Oh yeah, I see that. Because I've always read that as Mr. Unleashed, but that makes sense. What about a non-green Carve Reality for 39 HP? Yes and no. Like, Carve... Okay, so Carve has some advantages, right? Number 1, the Smite always costs 1, which is pretty neat with Snecko. Number 2, it hits Talk to the Hand twice. Also pretty neat. Number 3, it does way more damage than, like, strikes. And we don't actually have that many damage cards in our deck. Like, really, we have basically Carve and Sands, and that's it. So, you know, like, and also the HP is never relevant here, right? Like, we're never ever dying here, right? And then we're never like, it's just, yeah. I mean. Now, here's the real question. Well, okay, this actually could be a shop, in which case we'd be really sad. Because this is a shrine, which means this is most likely a combat. But the real question we have to ask here is, do we want to go to a late Act 2 question mark? Or do we want to go to a fire? Like, what are we actually upgrading? I don't even know. I legitimately have no clue what we would want to upgrade. Our upgrades suck. Yeah, no, the defend for sure, because we have double talk to the hand. With double talk to the hand, you don't ever remove, and we also have like Wallop and Spirit Shield and Third Eye, and Vigilance, right? And our deck is only going to be 19 cards after we remove this card. Let's go Coliseum. Yeah, that's sort of the plan, right? So basically, like, defend completely sucks. Strapping young gentleman. Yeah, so let's just get rid of the defend. Okay. All defends removed by the end of Act 2. Not too shabby. Again, this is like 9% shop here, because it's not, this is, we just saw a shrine, so it's very, very unlikely for this to be, a normal event. It's most likely, a combat, right? But the question is, what if we just don't care about the fire? And I think the answer is yes. Even if this is a shop, with the membership card, there is potential for us to want to buy a card there. And yeah. Just, our upgrades suck is the main thing, right? Our upgrades are just completely awful. So she's forced to heal. I don't even know. I'm just kind of clicking random cards at this point. Energy potion. Wave of the Hand. Okay. Okay. Let's talk about Wave of the Hand. Also protect. How's the run? The run is great. The run is going excellent. We are not infinite, but we have an incredibly powerful Snecko deck happening right now. And you know it's powerful because we feel really strong despite the fact that we've rolled 73 costs to only 60 0 costs. And we still feel very good. Okay, so let's talk about Wave of the Hand. Wave of the Hand, we don't have... I mean, we do have Talk to the Hand to help proc it. And also, like, Wave of the Hand can be used in order to strip Artifact, and also Wave of the Hand is the best way that Watcher has to apply Weak. There is technically Sash Whip, but Sash Whip sucks. Wave of the Hand is very, very strong for the Boss Gauntlet, and very, very strong for the Boss Gauntlet, and very, very strong for... Oh yeah, the Boss Gauntlet, that's right. So, yeah. If we wanna ensure that we're going to be doing very well in the end game, then we should probably take Wave of the Hand. It's bad for hallways. It's bad for hallways, but we're already, like, pretty much stomping hallways anyway. We also can just rest, at every rest site, because our upgrades just don't matter. Like, none of our upgrades matter, and we are already gonna have, all of our skills and attacks, if we take any, be upgraded. So, like, the only thing that we're gonna upgrade is, like, maybe 1 or 2 powers. So, yeah, I really like this Wave of the Hand, personally. I think that it does really good for stripping Artifact and Spear and Shield and Donudeka. It does really, just, like, applying weakness against Time Eater and against Awakened One is incredibly powerful. And, yeah, I mean, it's just a generally very strong card. So, yeah. Wave of the Hand just makes all the sense in the world here, I feel. It's also pretty strong against Champ. And Energy Potion is very good with Snecko, but not better than our current potions. Our current potions are, like, mind-blowing in terms of how strong they are. Like, just completely insane how strong they are. Okay, so we would absolutely take apps. There are a bunch of cringe things that can be here, for sure. But I am feeling, do we not just crush Champ? Oh, for sure we do. For sure we do. I mean, there's no question. But, like, we can crush Champ even more than we're already crushing Champ, with weakness. Like, honestly, with weakness, like, with permanent weakness, like, there's not really an enemy in the game that does enough damage to us, realistically here. Like, we're just very, very good already. Like, I mean, yeah, this deck is ridiculously strong, ultimately. Ultimately, the deck is just crazy good. We're actually going to need to worry a little bit here about damage. But, like, with Divinity, generally speaking, your damage is pretty solved if you have Divinity. Why do I not see 4-card Rushdown deck already? Yeah, I mean, we just, like, if we'd gone for it, we probably would have gotten it. But this Snecko was just very winning. And sometimes if you see a Snecko that's just winning, you know, you just take the win. Like, not every run has to be, like, this perfect small deck. You just, like, see the stuff that wins and you take it and you win. It's not that difficult. Like, we had a lot of incentives to take this Snecko, basically. Okay. Unfortunate that we find a cringe event here. They would be upgraded, technically. And technically it does not... technically we still have all of our strikes as well, so it's only adding 1 card to the deck. But yeah, it's +1 card, and also, like, the max HP. Like, if we had Blood Vial, I would probably consider this, and if we hadn't already seen Coffee Dripper, I would consider it. But with the presence of, with no Blood Vial and no Coffee Dripper, it's like, yeah, very little upside here. Because the max HP actually plays in Act 4. Even if your deck is very good, especially Snecko decks, like, have potential to take some damage in the first cycle of the Heart Fight. So, yeah, let's not. Flavors. Okay, very nice turn 1 here. Wave of the Hand actually will not reduce our hand size for Spirit Shield because we're going to draw with Ink Bottle. Is the deck good? Is the deck good? Oh, great. Oh, great. It's White Bee statue when we're taking these potions to Act 4. I love it. Ideal card picks for Snecko are usually high cost ones. Generally speaking, yes. However, just because a card is expensive does not mean that it's good for Snecko, and just because a card is cheap does not necessarily mean that it's bad. For example, when you're playing Defect, Defect only has one card which gives you access to Weaken, and that's Go for the Eyes. And Go for the Eyes is a zero cost card. So you might be thinking to yourself, why would I ever take a zero cost card with Snecko? Well, if it's Go for the Eyes Plus and you're in Act 3 and you would like Weaken versus the Act 3 bosses, maybe you look at Go for the Eyes Plus and you say, I don't have any access to Weaken. I would like access to Weaken. I'm going to put this into my Snecko deck. Conversely, there are times it definitely is fewer and farther between that like 3-cost cards especially become bad with Snecko. Like, almost every 3-cost card is very, very takeable when you have Snecko. But there are many 2-cost cards that are genuinely not actually, like, that great. Because, like, with Snecko, just because they're not great cards in the first place. For example, like, we passed on Windmill Strike in this run, because we already have a Sands of Time and we already have a Carve Reality. So there's not really any reason for Windmill Strike to make its way into the deck. And yeah, we're definitely passing on all of this. We already have an Inner Piece. We definitely don't need more attacks from the Battle Hymn. We're already struggling with hand size issues as it is. And Blasphemy is completely unnecessary when we have 2 worships in the deck. Loving this game, it's super fun and challenging. That is, I'm sure, the sentiment that is shared. I'm sure is a sentiment that is shared by many who are currently occupying this chat. And myself, I would include myself in that group as well. Okay. I think we move on. I think it's pretty simple. I think these cards suck. And, yeah. Thank you for that follow, friend. I do appreciate it. Yep, super fun, super challenging. Simple yet deep. And that to me, like, simple yet deep is basically what I feel summarizes any good game. Like, the best games are games that are very easy to pick up and understand, but the more that you get into them, the more nuance and complexity you find. And all the great games are this way, right? Chess, right? Like, on the surface, very simple game, but, you know, millions of people have devoted large portions of their lives to getting good at chess, and, like, we still have a long way to go. Channel point donation. Yes, of course. Of course. The Watcher's not this type of game. Some would say. Some would say, yes. Complicated for the sake of being complicated, I agree. I hate that. I hate that completely. It's so dumb. Like, that's why I generally don't like RPGs and similar games. Not necessarily RPGs, but, like, the type of games, like the MMOs, where there's just, like, a billion different skills and, like, only a few of them are actually going to be useful, and it's just like, oh, hey, we're just going to throw more content, more, like, you know, million different items and all kinds of different, like, zones that don't actually mean anything because they're all the same thing, just copy-pasted in different ways, you know? Like, in Spire, it feels like everything has a purpose. Every card has a purpose, every enemy has a purpose, every event has a purpose. Like, it's all... It all flows together really well. It doesn't feel like there's any sort of extraneous content, right? Yeah. And I mean, I don't have anything against, like, you know, people who enjoy those kinds of games. It's just not for me, right? You know, anytime that I'm expressing my opinion, like, it's just that. It's my opinion, right? It doesn't mean that, you know, I'm saying anything other than just what I think. You know, I'm what I think is not the be all and end all of what I believe is correct, or like, you know, enjoy whatever you want to enjoy, you know, like I have no problem with that. Okay, so Vigilance or Carve Reality here. The damage on Carve is pretty nice. The block on Vigilance is pretty nice. We are sort of lacking a little bit of front-loaded block here, I feel. And we're certainly not hurting for damage, right? Yeah, I could see Vigilance. I could definitely see it. I think it's legit. I think it's legit. Probably want to grab the inner piece and the... I don't want to overdraw. Grab these. Oh, we overdraw anyway. Fun. Oh look, it's Spirit Shield, which full blocks even though we're frail. What a stupid card. Why does this character exist? Establishment might genuinely be nice here, just to get the worships discounted. Because it's kind of difficult to play them right now, you know? Oh, thank you, Miracle, for being a reasonable cost. Actually, this is never relevant either, right? We never get attacked next turn, so we can just play this. But Merle, how did you know that you wouldn't get attacked? That's an excellent question. Disembodied voice. The champ always does this move every 4th turn. In the first phase. In the first phase of the fight. In the second phase, it's different. Let's enter Divinity, why not? Meta gamers. That's pretty funny. Alright, so I guess we just like go for lethal over 2 here or something like that. I don't know. I don't know, dude. Picked Dome a lot when climbing and never studied the patterns too hard. Yeah, I think that there are certain decks, especially, where like you're just basically playing your hand every turn, so it doesn't make a huge difference to you what the enemy is doing, because like you're just doing the same thing every turn. I am very glad that you have now watched a Zeknar run. We actually did a co-op yesterday. And because both of our, so it was my birthday yesterday, and it was also Zeknar's birthday yesterday, so we did a co-op, and it was awesome. It was really, really, really cool. bouncing off ideas. It was a nice, like, 5-hour run. And yeah, I mean, it was a very strong run, so, like, nothing really to see there. In terms of, like, it's not like we had an ultra struggle bus run, but we made some, like, pretty interesting decisions. He lost, but it was still the most well-played silent run I've ever seen. Yeah, that's, yeah. What does Simmering Fury do? Simmering Fury is a card that I do not pick that often. It's generally speaking a card that, like, if you are desperate and you need a draw, Simmering Fury can be your man, basically. I particularly like it in combination with Meditate. If you have Simmering Fury Plus and Meditate Plus, you can draw 10 cards and enter Wrath at the start of your turn, and if your deck is small and consistent enough, you can actually just do that every single turn. And so what you end up doing is you just end up playing the same turn every turn, where you, like, play Simmering, you play Meditate, then you play, like, a whole bunch of cards in your hand, you generate a lot of block, you do a lot of damage, and then at the end of the turn you play Simmering and you play Meditate, and you just do the whole thing over and over and over again. That's like, kind of the deck where it fits in. Now, I don't end up making that deck that often because there's just better stuff to do a lot of the time. But when the opportunity presents itself, it is a very legit way to go in terms of trying to scale with the Watcher. So what the hell are we doing here? I don't even know. Let's just kill the enemy. He's kind of pissed. Low key. My dude is not happy. That's chill, though. That's chill. Just gonna kind of wail on him a bit here. Oh, we're shuffling the deck if we do this? That's probably fine. Yeah, because the card goes in afterward, right? Which is pretty cool. Oh, actually not full blocking here? Oh, no, we are. So we have to talk to the hands down. Happy Flower's gonna be sad, but I don't really care. Not going into a, like, not going into a Act 3 hallway, you know what I'm saying? Deva form. 3 a.m. GG's, Rua. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you as always. Yeah, Deva form is pretty good, I would say. I mean, probably just, like, almost completely unnecessary here. But it's certainly nice if we don't end up finding 3 energy. Yeah, I mean, we do have a lot of energy, but generally speaking, my thoughts with Snecko are you can pretty much, like, I've had Deva form, and I've started turns with, like, 12 energy, and I've still been able to use all of my energy with Snecko. Like, you can basically use any energy that you get with Snecko, generally speaking. So I think Deva form is still legit here. You probably don't need it to win. But if we don't find a 4th energy here, like, taking this makes me feel a lot better if we have to take, like, an Astrolabe or a Pandora's Box or, you know, like, if we just don't find fourth energy, it would be really nice to have this, right? And the point is that, you know, the worst case, we just don't play it, it goes away, and, like, I mean, the absolute worst case is that it blocks up our draw, but, like, we have Ink Bottle, you know, we have, like, a very, very high-quality deck. We have Membership Card, and we're going to be probably removing at least 2 more strikes, so, yeah, I mean, it's just this. And then, like, Weak Potion is still not better than these, like, God Potions, so we move on. It looks like we found our energy. Do we want to go with Fusion Hammer or Cursed Key? Cursed Key is effectively just -1 relic. We already have the blue key, so we just don't open the chest and we're pretty much fine. But Hammer, when we essentially have, like, no upgrades in our deck that are actually, like, 100% necessary, feels really good. Yeah, Hammer feels pretty free. The only situation in which it's not free is if we find a power like a Mental Fortress, which we would like to upgrade. So essentially what we're saying is that Cursed Key is basically also this Sozu. Like, genuinely, I think that we could probably take Sozu here, and we're just taking these, like, we're taking these to the heart, and we don't feel bad about it. I mean, but if we're taking these to the heart, then we're just, like, winning the run anyway. Which is pretty much what's happening here. Like, honestly, we're just winning the run. There's you know, it would take a lot for us to lose right now. Like, Snecko would have to roll, like, all 3s all the time, basically, in order for us to lose from here. Oh, the energy. I mean, it's clear we're taking energy, right? It's just a question of Curse Key versus Fusion Hammer, and yeah, I mean, Curse Key is -1 relic. Fusion Hammer is maybe minus an upgrade on a power that we end up picking up. But, like, I don't even know if we're taking powers at this point. Yeah, let's just take the stupid Fusion Hammer. Okay, we have to take the Spicy Elite. The Spicy Elite is here. We can take the Spicy Elite and 3 Elites and... yeah, I like this. And what if we just, like, just go full question mark here because we want to get this run over with? I'm kind of down. Let's move the stupid relic. I don't know, let's just kill this turn, though. Right? A third Talk to the Hand plus? I mean, it's pretty difficult to say no to that, right? It's pretty difficult to say no to that. I mean, yeah, whatever. Just take it. Tesseract. Okay, we do have to rest, but we're only forced into, like, one rest site, and we might want to rest there anyway. I don't really like colorless cards with Snecko, because a lot of the good ones cost 0, and the 0-cost ones are not really that worth with Snecko. So the only one that we would even consider would be like Apotheosis, but Apotheosis isn't even that great here because all of our cards are upgraded already. So yeah, let's just do this. We could take Discovery. Discovery is kind of funny, but like, we just don't need it. Yeah, no way we can take the normalities, so we're just gonna go for the boss fight here. And this is what I mean about being able to spend all your energy with Snecko. Like, you can just do it. Again, our potions are insane, although potentially now Dupe Potion is losing a slight amount of value because, like, the difference between 1 Talk to the Hand and 2 Talk to the Hands is pretty massive. The difference between 3 Talk to the Hands and 4 Talk to the Hands, slightly less massive. But Dupot can also be used for other things, like we can Dupot Worship to get ourselves into Divinity instantly, we can Dupot Spirit Shield or Wall Up to block for a lot, and we can potentially Dupot, like, some other something in the future, right? Golden Eye is, like, fine, I guess, with Third Eye. Not really that great. I would probably take, like, a Cut Through Fate now, though. So, yeah. Cringy costs. It's pretty much fine, though. Okay, Sanctity Plus. Sanctity Plus with the Miracles to activate it. Sanctity Plus with Deva Form, allowing us to draw more. Sanctity Plus is a block card, which allows us to strip Artifact on Spear and Shield or Donu Deka. I think there's a lot to like about this Sanctity Plus. A lot to like about it. Oh, we're rich. Okay, very nice, very nice. Snake Lady. I think it's probably worth playing the, Oh my god. Oh, baby. That's Scry 7 for ya. Okay, so we do actually kind of need to slightly worry about potentially doing some kind of things here. Not that much, but a little bit. I think we want to draw into the attacks here, so we're not going to scry these. And I guess we just do this, right? This is fine. Okay, very nice, very nice. So this does 18. Just do this, this, this. Yeah, we don't have, like, massive ability to do, like, front-loaded AoE right now. But that's not actually that big of a deal. We can probably just go all in on Repto here, right? Well, no, next turn doesn't really work if we go all in on Repto. Next turn doesn't really look that great at all. Except we do have Calm, right? So it's not the end of the world, I suppose. Let's do this. That's pretty nice, actually. Yeah, look at Sanctity just performing here. Do we need to play this? Probably not, right? Not becoming weak, and, I mean, we're just easily killing next turn regardless. Oh, we had the good ink bottle set up? Whatever, dude. Well, there's the blood vial. It's a little late. What about Foresight? Probably not, right? Because the only, like, we have so many cards that exhaust. Once the deck is exhausted, right? We only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 real cards, and we're, like, meditating every other turn. So we're basically drawing our entire deck in 2 turns anyway, and we already have Third Eye to kind of help us scry through. Thanks for that follow, by the way, friend. We certainly don't need another Deus Ex, and yeah, I mean, the deck is just too small for Foresight to be good. People have this idea that Foresight is a good card, but my idea is that Watcher decks should really never get big enough for Foresight to actually be a thing. Like, if your deck is big enough that Foresight is like mattering, your deck probably just sucks. Or, like, not sucks, but it could be a better version of itself. So yeah, I just don't take these. And again, like, White Beast useless because we have the God Potions. The Maw. Okay, so we went to 5 events, and we got 2 combats. What did we get? One of them was 2 combats, Mind Bloom. Oh, one of them was a chest. That's right. So 2 combats, 1 chest, 1 Mind Bloom, and 1 Tesseract. Interesting. Oh, this guy is deciding to be a gamer. Oh, he's really deciding to be a gamer, actually. Because we did not draw well. That's fine. We're forced to rest anyway, so who cares? whatever. Taking some minor chip damage here and there doesn't really make that big of a difference here. Make sure, I don't know. This guy's honestly more annoying than anything else. Yeah, the deck definitely does not do very well with weakness, but that's fine. Like, it's not actually that big of a deal. So you can see, like, we have Devaform, and we're still, like, we found an Energy Relic, and we have Devaform, and we're still, like, using all of our energy easily here, even in a Divinity turn. I don't even know. I'm too lazy to scry. Come on, man. Like, what? What is this? We don't need this. What's up, Man of Cheese? Sorry to hear that you're not feeling well. For the memes. Alright. For you guys, for the memes. Memeing on the 13 streak. You'll love it. You gotta love it. Sure, I don't even know, dude. Just, like, play the cards, I guess. Oh, we can't play Meditate anymore? Sucky! Oh wait, just kidding. We can play Meditate. Get absolutely wrecked! No weakness. However, shall we recover from this travesty? Oh, did I just, like, enter Divinity when... I don't even know. I don't know. I don't care anymore. It's just, nothing matters. Just get me out of this run. Yeah, no. And this thing sucks. Missing a Reaper-like card, maybe a single target to make it balanced. The boot. The boot. Yeah, some really great relics here. At least we get to go to a store. That's pretty nice. Yeah, I mean, Strength Potion's, like, very good here, but... Okay. Okay, maybe we consider giving up this Duplication Potion now that we have 4 Talk to the Hands? Maybe? maybe, but like, what about putting 15 talk to the hand on the heart? You know what I'm saying? Double Deva. I'm gonna keep the Dupont. Ah, yes. Darkstone Peryapt. The world's best relic. Thank you, game. Oh, look, it's Dead Branch. No. No, I don't want that. Yeah, that's right, we have membership card. I'll take Sling of Courage. I'll take Oddly Smooth Stone. I'll remove a Strike. Strike's the worst card in our deck, right? Yes? Yes? All in agreement? Yes. Okay. I don't want to take this. I just don't. I think that our deck is actually, like, very good and consistent right now, and we don't need weird branch cards making that weird. It just doesn't do anything, so kind of chill to not, you know what I'm saying? Ever did. Kill that dumb spiker. And also kill this thing. Uh-oh, I might have trouble blocking this turn. Yeah, somehow we didn't take this into account. Ah, well. Cosmetic damage. Ooh, Snecko Oil. Okay, Snecko Oil versus Gambler's Brew. That's actually a legitimate question. Because Snecko Oil is genuinely very strong. Like, not only does Snecko Oil draw you cards, but it also re-rolls the costs of the cards that are in your hand currently. Which is super legit. Most gold you've ever had? I honestly don't remember. I mean, yeah, I have no clue. I remember yesterday in Zeknar and I's run, we had, like, 1,400 gold at one point. And we got, like, 2,700 gold throughout the run. But, yeah, I mean... Oh, we skipped Sadistic with Wave of the Hand? Oh, what a tragedy. Oh, Wave of the Hand and all the Talk to the Hands, too. Yeah, I think I'll take Snecko Oil over Gambler's Brew, actually. Snake Lady rears her ugly head once more. Oh, she's summoning. What a moron. Imagine summoning at a time like this. Couldn't be me. Oh, whoops. I don't know why I thought I could play Sanctity and Meditate. Sure, die. This is just proving that we can play very poorly and still be completely fine. Thinking very cringe. This fight is also, like, quite bad for us. Our deck is significantly stronger against single targets. Smiling Mask, great. Very useful relic. Very, very, very cringe Act 3 relic bar here. Luckily we didn't actually need it, but yeah, this relic bar, I don't know. I guess the early Toxic Egg was pretty nice. It upgraded a lot of stuff. And even the Molten Egg just upgraded all the talk to the hands, right? So, like, not too bad. Genuinely not too shabby. I guess we rest now. I don't know. I want to not forget to recall. There's some kind of miracle that causes that to happen somehow. Like this guy we should be really good against, right? Theoretically. We're very strong here. If I don't mess everything up. Which... Okay, Wheel Kick is a very, 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 very good Snecko card. Like an exceptional Snecko card. It's pretty good with Deva form. We don't have a lot of draw. We're gonna remove another strike in Act 4, although that doesn't necessarily super factor into the decision. And it blocks. Yeah, it blocks for 12. It blocks for 12. Hold on, let's sort by type here so we can see the glorious quad talk to the hand. I mean, we don't actually have that much damage in the deck, right? Like, we really only have one Carve and one Sands for damage. Sure, I'll take a Wheel Kick. So Fusion Hammer only ends up costing us one upgrade, but like, it's one upgrade on, like, what would we actually have upgraded here is the question, you know? Like, maybe Inner Peace, maybe Deva form, but like, maybe Carve? Like, yeah. I mean, Fusion Hammer is basically completely free. No, we don't want to upgrade Deus Ex because we're already struggling with hand space, and like whenever we draw Deus Ex, like if we upgraded it, we would have more potential for miracles to either block our draw or go into the discard pile, which is obviously bad with Snecko because they get random costed. So yeah, no Deus Ex upgrades here. Wow. We somehow managed to draw all three of our strikes on turn 1. Fun. But we're full blocking, so... it actually is fun. And we don't really need to worry about saving Talk to the Hands for the second phase of the Time Eater fight, because there won't be a second phase of the Time Eater fight. Do we play 5 cards here? I think we do, right? We do this, and this, and this, and this, and that. Deva. Clockster's gonna wanna do bad things here. Clock blocked. I like that. Do have these annoying slimes in the deck. Let's just like do 1 billion damage here, yeah? Zero energy block 24 is a pretty good card. Slime costs are also randomized, correct? Every card. Except for cards which have no cost, which are like the X cost cards and the unplayable cards. My goodness. This poor snail, dude. Oh. Why did I think that I was playing Meditate there? Ah well, we're full blocking in Wrath. I don't even know what's happening. Let's just do a bunch of damage or something. Oh, sad. Ah, well. Oh, we're actually not, Can we play 7 cards here? 4 energy... Looks like the answer is no? Still not taking damage. Misplay is all over the place, and none of it matters. Welcome to Watcher. Oh my god. Imagine if we didn't have Third Eye there. Ah, the Power Bird. Unfortunately, I do not believe that we're going to be able to game ethically here. Do we want to save Talk to the Hands for the second phase? I guess we can do that. Yeah, Deva Form is performing. Performing? Get it? Because it's Deva Form. Alright. I'll go now. We are gonna have to actually think in the heart fight, by the way. Like, some thinking will be required in the heart fight. Wait a minute. Ready for this genius play? Easy draw into a Sender's Bane with the ink bottle. We're just clicking through. So I'm not really saying anything because there's not really much to say. If you have questions about what's going on, I'm happy to answer them. But I'm guessing that you probably don't, because it's not like there's anything super crazy happening here. We're just kind of playing through the run, you know? Ink Bottle on 5 is, I don't know, not the best against the elites, but whatever. Happy Flower on 2 is fine. Great, we rest for a whole 1 HP with the Blood Vial. Oh look, it's Tantrum. Oh my god, Tantrum actually blocks for 1,000,000,000,000 here. Not that we even care, but Tantrum does block for so much. So much. So, I hate to break it to you, but Ancient Potion is way better than Dupe Potion here. Let's do this. Yeah, Ancient Potion is way better than Dupe Potion. Yeah, Tantrum with 4 Talk to the Hands is pretty funny, because it blocks for 48. But we just don't even come close to needing it. Yep, 24. We can take Lee's Waffle. We can take Nunchaku. Warpaint hits like... Oh, it could hit Deus Ex, actually, which would be pretty sad. Actually, it has to hit Deus Ex. Yeah, it has. It literally is just Deus Ex and Inner Peace. Those are our only 2 unupgraded skills, so buying this probably bad. Ancient Potion just guarantees the first cycle of the heart goes very smoothly, and that's the only thing that we really care about here, I think. I think it's like Ancient Potion for the heart and Snecko Oil if we need it versus the elites, which is like not even guaranteed that we will need it versus the elites. We could take another worship, that would be kind of cute, but ultimately unnecessary, I feel. Yeah, we're vibing. I think we're just fine here. Don't really need to worry about much, to be honest. Sucks to float 300 gold, but, like, there's nothing to buy here. Betrays Team Pod at the last minute. Yeah. You know how I said we were gonna carry the Gamble Brew and the Dupe Pot till the end? Well, how about we just, like, don't use either of them? How about that? How did I never notice that the shopkeeper, like, lights up when you mouse over him? I mean, I'm sure that I've, like, registered it. It's just... I haven't registered it? I don't know. Is this... Imagine having Sozu here? Yeah, I mean, Sozu would have been fine. I talked about Sozu before the Boss Relic screen came up. It's just that Fusion Hammer was, like, excessively free, so... You know. Alright, let's move on. Oh yeah, we have 2 strength in this fight. Okay, so this is the good pattern, as they say, and we do have block on turn 1, quite a bit of it, in fact. In fact, we have exactly full block with what's in hand, thanks to all these cards being upgraded and our oddly smooth stone. So, like, okay, let's just put into perspective, right? How incremental gains can, like, getting a deck to be stronger in Slay the Spire is all about incremental gains, right? So let's talk about for a second how much more damage we would be taking if we, number 1, didn't have oddly smooth stone, and number 2, we like these cards weren't upgraded, right? So this is blocking for 5 more, this is blocking for 3 more, and this is blocking for 4 more. So 12 block, right? Like 12 block, that's an entire, like, if you spend 1 energy blocking for 12, you're really happy, right? So this is effectively like drawing 1 card and spending energy to play that card and having it be a pretty good card, right? Like, that's the sum total of just the effects of the upgrades and a single relic, right? So just like an interesting, you know, thing to think about here. Let's do this. The Talk to the Hands actually, well, no, we can artifact strip, right? So they're not that bad. We probably want Wallop for next turn. I don't even know. I guess we want to try to kill this guy next turn would be the idea. And if not, we want to use Wallop to block. Yeah, the Talk to the Hands actually kind of suck. But we do want to draw into one of them, because we don't want to draw into Wallop this turn. Lol. Oh, Epic Ink Bottle, by the way. Very smart gamer here. Oh my god, we're taking 1 damage if we meditate here? Simply unacceptable. Simply unacceptable. Oops. I don't care about relic setup. Damaru, haha, we could do Flex Ancient. Oh, there's the Mental Fortress, and it even comes upgraded. Do we... Does the... I don't even... I don't care about this. Let's not. Alright. Okay, so we're gonna have permanent weakness here available right away, which is good. Seems like a decent hand for next turn. Perhaps this is a pretty good Snecko oil, huh? All these costs suck. That is better. Yeah, pretty much. Zero cost wallop, I like that. And wheel kick, sure. Now you might be asking yourself, why is this deck so good against the heart? Just kidding, you're not asking yourself that, because we have 4 Talk to the hands. Good run.